Hi, this is Sassy Scarborough, and gosh, it has been a long time since you've heard from me. 2020 was hard. Anyway, we're back, and Hair Fair is back, I should say. It's 2021 Hair Fair. It started on Friday, and the months that lead up to it, it it gets a lot, so just needed a couple of days to get myself back together before I started blog posting. I'm going to do a region at a time. This year, people may have noticed that instead of having cam sims, we decided to use all 6 regions and spread everything out in a straight line. So 3 regions opposite 3 regions, water in between. The water is not deep, so if you fall in, don't panic like I would scream. Uh, you will be fine if you just stick to one side, cross over and stick to the other side. You'll be done. It actually took me just about 2 hours to do it all. I tried on everything, bought everything, had a great time overall. Was very excited to see some familiar faces, some new faces. Some people were launching hair, which is exciting as always. So I'm going to start with the blonde region, and the first store is actually Lock and Tuft. Now, Lock and Tuft, they teased me before the fair and told me that they were doing a Western theme, and I went, does that mean hat hair? And as everybody that has ever read my blog will know, I am hat hair obsessed. I love it. I think it's wonderful. I wish all hair creators would do it every other hair. It would make me very, very happy. Now, when he said it was going to be a Western theme, I was thinking, no, some boot scooting and line dancing and all that sort of stuff. But he absolutely tricked me, because he has gone with a theme that is very Wyatt Earp kind of Doc Holliday sort of sensation, and it's just fantastic. What's even more fantastic is that he's included the hats without the hair. So if you're a hat lover like I am, and a hat hair lover, you're just going to be in bliss, because I can't wait to wear these hats with other hairstyles as well as, the way that they're intended. So let's get to it. So the hat only in the bowler style comes like this. It's just fabulous. The hats on their own have their own HUD, and the hat hairs have their own HUD. So obviously the hair color is not appropriate, but as you can see, you get to change the hat color. The textures change very quickly, which means that they've paid attention to making sure that their textures are not like high load. The ribbon colors change as well, which is really exciting, because then you just get so much more bang for your buck. And you can turn the feather on the side off with the HUD as well if you wish, or back on again. It's really a nice little piece. So that's the bowler. Then we've got with hair, which reses really quickly, and the HUD there. This style's really great. They've been photographed as unisex, which they are, and I was really, really excited to also see that included you have hair bases that they just threw in there, which I find just awesome, because it was like getting 3 free hair bases. So I'm just going to show you those in this first one. You've got this one called the Gordo hair base, which I don't know who Gordo is and why he got his own hair base, but it's really cool. You've got this sort of shaved regrowth side, which is great. There are some older styles of hair that would look fantastic with this sort of a hair base. I really like it, and I think that male hair bases tend to look awesome on girls. And now with Bakes on Mesh, it's a tattoo layer. As long as your head has an SLUV proponent, then you're set. So that's amazing. Then you've got the longer hair base, which is very cool. When Bakes on Mesh came along, I didn't realize that I missed turning grey until suddenly I was turning grey again. So you've got this sort of combed back from the forehead sort of look. It's just really nice. This is just going to be a really handy hair base to have in your inventory. And then you've got the short hair base, which is just wonderful. I noticed too that with one of the styles, I'm going to keep I'm going to keep this one on. With one of the styles being shorter at the back, it worked out really well. So then you've got this hat here, which is the Ranger hat. Um, I'm all about Walker Texas Ranger, the new reboot. That is a great show. If you haven't watched it, do it now. It's really good. Okay, so you can turn off the card on the side if you don't want to have that Doc Holliday look. Sorry, the HUD's got to kick in a little bit. There we go. And you've got the different hat colors like we went through before. It's great. I love this hole at the back. I'm hoping that's not a bullet hole that happened, because that would be uncomfortable. Great style. Then you've got the Ranger hat with the hair, which is a little bit longer, and I just love that it's really kind of kept to that time, that kind of theme of how the hairstyles will look. So that's just really nice. Sort of wispy, sort of it looks like, they used a really big knife to cut their hair, which is definitely part of the times. And you've got the hair bases also included in that style. And the last one is the short top, which is, the hat is just my bliss. I like all three hats, but this one is just so fabulous, and now fabulous as well. So that just looks elegant, and it can work with so many different looks. It's just beautiful. Again, the same type of HUD appears in that one. And then with the hair, this is the one that I mentioned has the short style, which I love, because with this hair base it looks like you've got an undercut, and it's very stylish, and I can imagine some very cool looks that can come around from this, whether or not you want to go with the full-blown dandy, or you just want to be a little bit more modern, steampunky sort of way. This is going to really work for you. And that is Lock and Tuft at Hair Fair, Blonde Region. They are the first booth off the landing point, so get there and drag everybody especially those that RP and really sort of like this sort of dandy, old-timey sort of look, because it's just fabulous and it's very on point. The next booth on the Blonde region is Bauhaus. Now, Bauhaus have come in as a hair accessories creator. We started that a few years back, and it's been a wonderful experience to deal with hair accessories creators, whether they were hair accessories creators to begin with, or they were accessories creators that we convinced to make hair ones. It's just been a fantastic merging of the two content creator types. The first thing I want to show you with no hair on, except the hair base, is their gift. Their gift is fantastic. It is earrings and an eyebrow piercing, which is this stunning delicate butterfly. And if you wear the Fat Pack HUD, which is here, you will see that you have an abundance of amazing textures to use there, and they're just gorgeous. And then you've got the metals, 4 different types, which are just beautiful. So make sure you pick that up, as well as some of the stunning headbands that they have in their booth, because they are just gorgeous. Okay, so the Emily headpiece is this beautiful headband. I don't want to go through and try and find a style that this is going to work with and show you editing and everything. I'd rather just feature the headband. It has 2 parts, which I thought was just gorgeous. So again, with the stunning little butterfly motif you've got there, and the gemstones, and that's just great. Then you have a HUD that comes with that, which again has the different metals that you can choose from, and it's just a lovely piece. There are so many colors to choose from, or fat packs, and I really like that a lot. So I got the Emily in colors that I'm going to use the most often, but I know that they have a whole slew of colors, so if I ever decide to change my mind, I can run back and just grab another one. So then they have the Air headpiece as well, and I got that not really realizing how intense the HUD is that comes with it. So I'm going to show you, you are going to just want to buy as many of these as possible because you have got so many options here. You've got all the different gemstone options here. Then you've got the different pearls, can be a whole slew of different colors as well. And then you've got metals as well on top of that. And this is just so much. And it's fantastic, fantastic value, beautifully delicate, feminine. They are just wonderful. Whether you wear short hair, long hair, it doesn't really matter. Uh, they're so elegant, in fact, that this would be something spectacular to wear for a formal event, a wedding. Your bridesmaids could all have matching ones. It's just something that you definitely going to want to grab. Wow, sorry about that. I would, again, as I said, you know, you can pick it up and add other colors later, or it has the fat pack option, but definitely grab those and show them to your girlfriends and sort of find a reason that you'll all be matchy matchy, because why not? Because that's just fun. So that's the Bauhaus booth. They're the second in the blonde region, and right next to Lock and Tuft. And their booth is lovely. I like how they display everything. They're very professional. It just looks really beautiful, and their artistry is magnificent. The next booth on the blonde region is Wasabi. Now, Wasabi, to many of you, is still Wasabi pills in your head. Can't help it. Sorry, but it is. And so, but it's Wasabi now. They kind of tricked me a little bit. They set up their booth one way, and then I blinked, and then they'd set it up another way, and I got really discombobulated, so I didn't know what was going on there. And I thought I'd sort of restarted the region with them in the middle of that, and caused a whole lot of trouble, but that wasn't the case. So Wasabi have two styles, apricot and tangerine. I see what they did there. That was really cute. It made me wonder whether or not, I haven't paid attention to them doing little themed naming conventions before. I sort of want to go back through all my Wasabi hair and sort of see if I've missed that, because it's one really great way of keeping track of names. This is the apricot hair. It's a braided style, which is just lovely, double braids. So you've got, I got this in the fat packs, so you've got all of the different packs individually sectioned like that. I'll make it blonde so it's very easy to see. You have a styling HUD, which gives you there we go. It changes slightly the sizing around the forehead, and different bangs to also fit. So it's two different styles. I'll wait till I get around. I like the center part, how it swoops down here at the end. It fits perfectly against my body. I'm wearing Sling Physique Original at the moment. It doesn't come or clip into the chest or anything like that, so that's really a good fit. Here we come, I'm coming back. So there's the A size, which is tighter against the head, which fits me really well, or the larger size if needed. And then you've got the bangs parted like that. It's really nice to include those different variants. A lot of people often just worry about whether it's going to fit on the chest, but with so many different heads these days, making sure that things fit the heads as well is really important. They include an alpha layer. Yay, bomb wearers! Sometimes if things don't fit exactly at the skull, you've got an alpha for the hair area, so you can hide that, which is great. So that is the Wasabi apricot hairstyle, which I like very much, very, very much. I like braids a lot. Now we've got the tangerine hair. I'm going to throw on the B size, which I think is a little bit bigger. And we have a beautiful sort of shoulder blade length hair. It has a stunning kerchief wrap around it, which is just beautiful. And there is an accessories HUD, which lets you change the kerchief colors. We've got some very summery sort of prints which are just perfect for the upcoming weather. And well, your weather, not my weather, I'm freezing. And then you've got the sort of solid colors which are very handy to have. And the black and white, I wanted to show you the black and white HUD in this because look at the sky, look at the sky. Because I really like that in their black and white packs they have these light sort of baby blue and pink coloring options. Because of the lighting, it's very blown out at the moment, so we'll just sort of stick to a color like this or go with the black. And then you've also got the roots option, so you've got darker roots at the top there, and it's just a really nice style. I really like the options that we get now that give us the style in a behind the shoulders option, because it allows us to actually see the clothing or jewelry that you may be wearing at the front, and it's less likely to clip in clothing. However, I'm not really that concerned about creators having to create so many options, because it seems that they're missing out on purchasing power that they may have from releasing different varieties of styles independently of a styling HUD. So I really appreciate the amount of extra work that hair creators seem to be putting in, especially for the fact that I've noticed that since the last hair fair to this hair fair, prices have plummeted, and hair creators aren't earning nearly as much as they used to in the past. So thank you very much for the extras that you add to your packs. We don't get it with clothing. You don't get sleeves up, sleeves down, collar up, collar down, longer jacket, shorter jacket. You don't get all those options in a lot of clothing, and yet somehow the hair people have been expected to fill that. So I know I'm rambling, and I'll get off my soapbox now, but yeah. The next booth on the Blonde Sim is the Mars. The Mars. They actually have male hair as well. If you've been to hair fairs so far, you will notice we have male symbols above booths that contain male hair. But don't only visit those booths, because there are some shorter styles available from content creators that do for females that will look great on men also. Coca comes to mind. But anyway, so the Mars booth has male hair that I won't be showing, and female hair, the Hensley and Juliet styles. So Hensley is this lovely braided across the top style with lovely tendrils falling down and framing the face. It's a great style. I also actually saw a little girl trying it on, and she looked adorable. Whimsy has me having to stop myself from kidnapping little children when I see them. So Hensley has a HUD that has the colors. These are some really nice variants on grayscale, which I really like. And you've got a styling HUD, which gives you different movement on the tendrils and how that works there. And it's just a lovely sort of updo. Wow, I haven't said updo in such a long time. So that is the Hensley style from the Mars. And then we have Juliet, which I must say, I feel like they're named the opposite way around. Hensley seemed to be more like she should be called Juliet. I'm sorry, the Mars, maybe I should have said something earlier. No, I'm just joking. Not my place. Okay, so the Mars has two options in size. So this one fit me perfectly. I'm wearing Sling Physique Original, and this just fit really well. And then there's a larger size for to consider breast size. So depending on the body that you have, again, it's got lovely grey scales. I really like this kind of, it's grey, but it's sort of beigey grey. I really like that sort of a taupe grey. I don't know. It's just really nice. And these ones are the ones with the roots down the bottom, so they're really nice. And then we've got the styling HUDs again. So we've got the forward, one right-sided, left-sided, and then behind shoulders. Behind shoulders, people make me happy. So you're going to hear that a lot. And then you have the ability to tint, which can be fun. So you can, uh, wow, that's just a fantastic sort of mulberry sort of color. That sort of works really, really well. More purple. So you know, if you're into the coloring, the grayscale black and white pack does that really well. Then you've got materials can be added. You've got glow can be added, which is fun for uh, different sort of role playing. And then you've got the Fulbright option. You can also delete the scripts, which is really handy, especially again, role play sims often have limitations on what sort of scripts that they'll allow onto the region. So that's the Mars. Remember, as I said, they also include some male hairstyles, two of them actually, and they are much fun. I really like this green. I think I'm going to keep it that way. So that's that's the Mars, also on the blonde region at Hair Fair 2021. So then we have Fantavatar and Moonstruck. Now they did amazing updos. See, I get to say it again. So this would work really well with the hair that wasn't called Juliet from the Mars, and that's just going to stick with me now. So this is a lovely updo style, and it actually has the ribboning around here, which is just really beautiful. And on the HUD, you get to change the string. Well, they call it string. It is string. Then you've got the HUD that changes the colors, and they're only selling it as one sort of pack of colors. There's no options for singular packs, making it very easy to make the decision to just buy. And remember, at Hair Fair, every single purchase that you make donates to Wigs for Kids. So everything you buy is going to donate a percentage. This one, which is more detailed, gosh, my camera controls, I'm so rusty, I apologize, has this amazing inset. Now, I wish I knew what that was actually called, because it seems like it's some sort of would have its own name for medieval sort of hair, and or they've just called it a cap, and that's fine. It's got these lovely colors. This is just so elegant, so beautiful. Whether RP or you just feel like being very fancy, which is just the great thing about Second Life, is you do get to run around in a ball gown if you want to and be as grand as you choose. I think that that's so much fun, and everybody should do it occasionally. The braiding sort of styling here is just magnificent. I mean, that's just intricate on a whole other level. So that's from Fantavatar and Moonstruck, and they're also on the blonde region at Hair Fair 2021. Next on the blonde region we have Cosmetize. Now this is going to be a little bit confusing, sort of. I'm wearing an original look head called Chloe, and it is Bakes on Mesh activated. It uses the SLUV, so that actually means that any hair base made on the SLUV will fit it correctly. Now, I did notice this quite a few times through the event, and not just this store, but stores are tending to name their stuff by the head that it needs to be worn with. Now, the Leluca Evo X has its own UV, so that presents very differently. You can't wear them on SLUV heads at all, but I have to wear the Genis one even though it's a Leluca head, because the Genis one is using the SLUV. Now, the reason for my comment on the confusion is that newer Second Lifers aren't going to actually know that history, know anything about the UVs and things like that. So I think it's really important that you just try anything that has a demo available if you can, and just understand that unless it's its own UV, they should have made the product on the original Second Life UV. So that's why a lot of old hair bases from way before mesh heads actually work, and a lot of stuff that was made during the transition through bakes on mesh will work. So don't just sort of go, oh, I don't have a Genis head. Because, for instance, I can wear this same one on my slink head and any head, again, as I mentioned, that uses the SLUV. It may present a little differently though, but it depends on what you want the hair base for. This is Ivy. Ivy is stunning. It looks gorgeous. I would use this for a ponytail add-on, something like that, or just for a hairline, depending on the style of hair. And I mean, that's what hair bases were often used for. Now, the same fit for the Nala hair base actually doesn't fit me perfectly. So whether or not that's something to do with the Genis UV, I'm not actually sure. If they differ slightly from the SLUV in places, but this one, and this is no fault of the content creator, she's made it for a particular head. I'm not wearing that head. But you see how it splits here across there. That is not a breaking the deal for me, because if I was to wear this with hair on, you wouldn't see that section. Or I could also stack another hair base under it to cover that up and still get this beautiful detailing that's done along here to the ends and such like that. So really take into account, if your head uses an SLUV and the hair bases are made for an SLUV, or a head that uses very similar to the SLUV, give it a go if they have demos, if it's possible for you to try it beforehand. But like I said, it wasn't a deal breaker for me. I will get ample use out of this hair base and enjoy it very much. Comes in a lot of colors. They have the 2 hair bases for sale at Hair Fair, and they're just beautiful. So that's from Cosmetize, and just, you know, a little hair base lesson from Sassy Scarborough. Now, this is, I hope I say this correctly, this is Ayami Ami. I have no idea how it's said, but that's how I want to say it, because it just makes me sound like I'm saying yummy, and it makes me happy because their hair is just gorgeous. Every single time I just am wowed by their styles, because they just look elegant. I can wear them with a suit, I could wear them with an Asian themed styling clothing, I could just wear them with jeans and a t-shirt. It doesn't really matter. They're just really beautiful. And not only do they have different, you know, they've got materials added, so I can turn that off if I want to. I would need to wear an alpha here for this size, but they do have a resizer, so I can make the hair bigger. It was Wasabi that included an alpha, so let's just throw that on anyway. Okay, so when you get around, so you've got the styling HUD that has this one, which is just no bangs, which is just gorgeous as well. You have a different side bang and more of a bang, and then the way the style is advertised. So that's 4 hairstyles in one, and it's just sleek and elegant, and it just looks really, really beautiful. And that is Imi, and I was just blown away by all of the styles in their booth. So the next one is Kakoi. I want to say that like koi, like fish. Kakoi, again, this is a little bit more of a tousled sort of style. It doesn't have that same sort of sleekness as the first one, but I find that so charming. And we have these different options that give it a mirrored effect, making it a little bit more casual, a bit more swept, and it's really lovely. I really like this sort of bluish color as well. You've got the reds. This is actually the essentials pack that I grabbed here, so it's got a little bit of everything in there for whatever floats my boat on the day. I don't even know if that's an Australian only expression, but anyway, there you go. And then we've got to the Utsuro. I want to pretend that I just said that so well. Okay, and then you've got the styling HUD for this one. It gives it a really fun sort of windswept look again. I like how it's more of a concave cut, so it's higher at the back, longer at the front. You could use hair bases, so let's just do that before I get all the way around. Yeah, see, and that looks amazing. So, this is just beautiful hair that's styled in such an elegant way, and they get me every single hair fair. I just really love their styles, and it's really cute. And see, oh my goodness, the little hair base here looks really cute. But I would probably go for something that was more at the back. So even one of those hair bases from Lock and Tuft would have done really well for this style too. So for me, there are two additional male focused stores on the Blonde Sim. I didn't shop. This is me shopping. This is me legitimately buying the hair that I wanted. And I was so sad when I got to this to the end of the sixth region. I wanted to just keep on going. I was just having the greatest time. So that's the end of the blonde region. There are still 5 regions to do, and I will keep you caught up through the next couple of days as much as I can. Thank you very much for watching my stream.